everyone, welcome to the second episode of Great Minds Collide, where we will feature motivational and inspirational stories of students and industry experts both in and out of the classroom. In this episode, we are glad to have with us Tin Jingyao, who will share with us his journey in becoming an international chess Grandmaster. Now, this is a rare feat which is only accomplished by a select few around the world. Jingyao is the youngest chess player in Singapore to achieve this title and was a bronze medalist in the recently concluded Hanoi SEA Games. He is a 6-time winner of the Singapore Chess Championship and has represented the country in many international competitions such as the Chess Olympiads and the SEA Games, amongst many others. Jingyao is currently a computer science undergraduate at the National University of Singapore. We are happy to share that he's also one of our very own, having been an ex-MyStructure GP student during his primary and secondary school days at Nanyang Primary School and Hwa Chong Institution. I first met Jingyao when he was a precocious 10-year-old at an international chess competition in the Philippines. I was there as the pro bono coach of a top national junior girl player at the time, and I was amazed at how good he was playing despite having only learned chess for a mere 6 months. I had a couple of blitz games with him after that, and I barely survived. That was 10 years ago. After that, I got to know him better as he was a MyStructure student for a couple of years when he entered the GEP at Nanyang Primary School and subsequently at Hwa Chong Institution. Now, Jingyao, first of all, our heartiest congratulations on your attaining the title of International Chess Grandmaster and becoming the youngest Singaporean to do so. Now, let us start from the very beginning. When were you introduced to the world of chess and how did you develop an interest in it?
Thank you for the introduction, and also thank you for having me here today. So I picked up the game when I was 8, I think turning 9, at my aunt's house. So I was just playing around with the computer, and it was one of the install applications, and I started playing. And then I found the game quite interesting, and then from then on, when I at home, I would sometimes play on the chessboard by myself. And I think my dad saw this, so he signed me up for some lessons and also my first rapid competition in Singapore.
That's great. What do you find most fascinating about chess? If there's one thing that draws you back to this game from time to time, what would that be?
I think it's very fascinating because every game is different and unique. Despite although I've played the game for I think 14 years now, there's always still something new, and that's very exciting all the time. So I'm never really bored of the game. Every time I hop on to an online based game, I can really expect something fresh. So that keeps me interested in the game.
Thank you. Is there any particular game that is really memorable for you and why?
If I had to pick one, I think I would pick my game in round 8 from the Asian Hybrid Continental in 2021. I was playing black against Grandmaster Mark Paham from Iran. And I think this game was really memorable for me because, first of all, the significance of the game. He was the highest rated player I've ever beat. And also winning that game put me in a good spot to win the event. And also the game itself was very nice. I was defending for most of the game. I was quite proud of the way I defended, even though he definitely had his chances to win. And the way that the game finished off with a beautiful tactic, I think all in all, it was a really nice game. And yeah, one of my most memorable games for sure.
Great. You are now the youngest player in Singapore to achieve the title of International Chess Grandmaster. What is a recipe for success?
I think there will be 2 things. The first would be consistent practice. So I play very regularly, even if it's just online. And I think the important thing is that every time after you play a game, you must analyze it and not just hop on straight to the next game. If not, you will not be able to learn from your mistakes. Another point that I like to mention is that I think players should drill from really their basics. So for example, basic endgame ideas, endgame positions, they should really know it really well. And even though they don't happen very often, but just by building a strong foundation here, it will really serve them well in the long run. Yeah.
Thank you. What was your journey like, both in terms of training and leveling up from just a a beginner in chess to a chess master?
I think there are some changes for sure in terms of training. For example, I think as the years went by, you start to train more and more on your stamina and endurance. Training sessions become much longer from at the start when it's just about 1 hour. Nowadays, one training session can go all the way up to 4 hours. But I think many things also still stay the same. The way you train, like it's analyzing your games, looking at doing calculation practice, looking at middle game concepts. Many of these are still quite similar. Something that changed for me in particular were like the focus areas. I focus more on the middle game and end games, but as I sort of became a Grandmaster and all that, I started to focus more on my openings as it was one of my weaker points in chess.
How would you describe your playing style? Are you a positional player, a tactical player, a player like Mikhail Tal, Alexander Morozevic, or Anatoly Karpov?
I think my style is very much positional. So if I had to pick a player from the list you mentioned, it will be much more similar to, say, Anatoly Karpov. I've been trying to, sort of expand my playing style to try and be able to play more positions well, but by and large, I'm still a very positional player, and this is also reflected in the types of openings I choose. That I really like to enter this kind of slow maneuvering positions.
Do you have any mentors which guided you in your journey?
I've had many coaches since I was young, but I think I can mention 3 coaches who stood out the most. First was International Master Louis Chong. I think one of my first few coaches. He sort of still influenced my opening repertoire today. Many of the openings I play today are still what he taught me like more than 10 years ago. And also I think this contributed largely to my playing style because of the types of openings he chose. And then next was GM Saidali, Chef, who also trained me for many years. I liked him because he trained me when I was still quite young, and he managed to keep the end lessons very entertaining and engaging, which I like. So, and then lastly would be GM Andre Cavon, who still coaches me today actually. I think the coach who has coached me for the longest period of time. So yeah, he's my most recent coach and he's still helping me today. So I say he has had a very huge impact on my chess journey.
Did you encounter any significant challenges or setbacks in your journey to becoming a chess grandmaster?
Yeah, definitely there are a few. So one of them would be because I'm not a full-time player. So I only participate in competitions like once in a while. So sometimes I will have took a very long break and then I'll come back to a competition and it's a bit difficult to adjust. So to overcome that, usually you have to really find some players locally to practice and train with before the competition so that you are more ready for the competition. Another setback might be the problem flaw in my openings, as I mentioned earlier. So in a player's chess growth, there are often periods of time where they really stagnate and then suddenly there'll be a jump and then they'll stagnate again. So I got a couple of coaches as well as other chess players to help me with that more recently. So I think that really helped me break past a certain barrier.
So we have come to the end of today's chess session. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, leave us a like and comment below. We'll see you in the next episode of Great Minds Collide. See you!